Yes! 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 T-pose! T-pose! T-pose me! T-pose me! T-pose me! It is essential! Hello! Hi, Snow! How are you today? You're good? That's good! I'm glad. I'm good too. I'm good too. I was nearly running late, but thank God I was like 2 minutes late. I was like 2 minutes late. Don't even worry about it. Yes, continue the T-pose train. I mean, you are the T-pose train. You are the creator of the T-pose train. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so hyped. Hi, Echo! Welcome to stream! How are you today? How are you, ma'am? Howdy, ma'am. Tips cowboy hat. Ma'am. Ma'ebo. Playing Apex? Sounds good. I need to get back on that grind. I was playing a little yesterday, and I'll probably play more tonight. But fuck yeah. I will. Oh, whoa? Oh, whoa? Oh, whoa? Why did the alert not come up? Do I not have the activity alert on here? I don't! For some reason, I don't have the sub alert on my no game panel. That sucks. Sloan, thank you so much for the subscribe. I saw it, even though my Twitch didn't because I'm an idiot. Cucked by activity alerts. Yeah, unfortunately. But how are you today? Oh, those are cute emotes. Whose emotes are those? Pride love, pride flower. Oh, they're just pride emotes? That's cute. Oh! Friendly reminder to turn... Oh! Whoops! Haven't turned on my stream captioner yet. This is something I'm trying to integrate into my stream. Let's see. Let's create a dashboard. They're just the pride ones. I love you! I love you too! You don't have to be proud of me. Let's see. Where is the extensions? I swear I turned closed captions on, but you know what? I'll check. I'll see if it works. Yeah, it should be on. Not activated. Click to start captions. Okay. Okay? Hello. Alright, it seems like my captions... I think my captions are working! Okay, so I think that should be... I don't know if it's on mobile, but it should be on PC. If there is a captions overlay, I now have closed captions on my stream. I'm so excited about that. Oh, I've been wanting to do this for ages. I was wondering if I was ever going to be able to implement it, or even implement it this early, but hey, I've got it now. So, yeah, if you just want to keep me on silent and just read what I'm saying, there's gonna be screw-ups, but hey, I'm so excited. Hi, Meh! How are you today? How are you today? I think you're probably, if the others are playing Apex, then I'm sure you are also playing Apex. Am I right? Am I right? I have 2 monitors so I can watch while playing? Hell yeah. One of these days I will get a second monitor, but to get a second monitor, I need a different desk, because my desk is like, it's not small, but it's kind of closed in because it's got like shelves going up completely one side. So, yeah. One day I will get a second monitor to like put up chat instead of having to put chat on my phone, but today is not that day. Today is not that day. Okay. You should get a proper desk chair. Look, I'm gonna get a desk chair. One of these days I'm gonna get one. I'm just trying to save up, get some money in the bank for a while. I'm not broke or anything, but you know, I'd rather have something to fall back and rely on than just spend everything at once, you know? I've got a job, and I need to be careful with that. Kelly Desk Chair Fund? I love that. I'd make a dono goal, but I can afford it. I feel like making a dono goal is a little bit asshole-ish of me, at least. In Kelly's stream more important than Shooty Shooty? Thank you! You don't have to stop stream, that's alright. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Anyway, let me just close a couple of things. Let me close Discord on my computer so that just as little interruptions as possible, you know? As little interruptions as possible so that I don't drop frames. I have chat on my phone and stream audio on behind Apex. Belches into existence! Hi, Necro! How you doing today? Come on in! We've got a little bit of an active chat today. We got a gang hanging out. That's fun. It's probably time zones. It's probably the reason for that. So, Australia went back an hour. Or at least my state went back an hour. So, for some of y'all, I might be a little earlier than usual. Because even though it's 2 for me, it's gonna feel like an hour earlier for some of you, I think. But yeah, that's what's going on. Let's play some Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I love these games, but damn, sometimes it's just, the titles are a mouthful. Played on my Minecraft server a bit with a friend, now I'm just chilling. Nice! How's the Minecraft server starting out? Like, I know you have a mod pack, because you sent it to me. What are the mods in it? Because I'm super interested. Word spaghetti. Exactly. Just so many. Too many words. Too many words. Alright, so, for anyone who wasn't here last week we started the worst case, I think, in Ace Attorney history, because half of them are just, ugh. Half of the characters are, like, full-grown adults in love with a 16-year-old. And I don't like that part of the plot, but look, I have to finish this to continue on with the mystery, so unfortunately, we have to plow on through the weird amount of grooming pedophilia shit. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. This time of year is actually 2 hours difference to December time zones for American places. That's so weird. Time zones are so fucking weird, and then they're made so much weirder by the fact of, like, daylight saving. And then I watched a TikTok the other day. Ad? Oh no! I'm sorry! Not an ad. Yeah, I'm trying to turn ads on. Hopefully should happen maybe like every hour or so. So like you should only get like 2 breaks if you're not subbed. I don't know. I'm interested to see how, like, things go. I might turn ads off. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. But, yeah, I watched a TikTok the other day, which is basically, like, at one point in time in Australia, in, like, the summer, you can have, like, what's the word? I can't think of the word. You have, like, 7 different time zones at once. Like, we are a large country, small continent, large country. We have, like, Tasmania, Victoria. We have, like, 7 states and 2 territories. And at some point in time, there will be a point where, in summer, why did I say Australia? New South Wales, Victoria, and Tasmania will all be in one time zone. Then Queensland will be in a different time zone. Then South Australia and a little bit of New South Wales, a place called Broken Hill, will be in a different time zone. And then Northern Territory will be in a different time zone. And then most of Western Australia will be in a different time zone. And then a tiny extra bit of Western Australia will be in a different time zone. Like, what the fuck? Why does Australia have so many time zones? And there are bits of states that are like, you know what? We're gonna have a time zone in like it's 45 minutes ahead or behind of others. Why 45 minutes? It's just Australian time zones are so complicated. It is unreal. I hate it. I don't know why. Welcome back, Necro. Hookshot, new dimensions, more animals and mobs, a spellbook mod, waypoints, and more. That sounds like an interesting one. I remember I was in a Minecraft server, and we were testing out a lot of different mod packs, and it was like a lot of different like foods and stuff, and we had like cooking, and I basically spent the entirety of that time making 1 billion pieces of dried soup. Like, that was the entirety of my experience on that Minecraft server. I don't know if anyone from Sapphic Mess who was in that server is here, but if they were, I don't know if you remember that, but that was like what I did. Anyway, so the ringleader of a circus has died. They've arrested a guy as a culprit, but we're trying to fight for him to be innocent and figure out who is the real killer. And unfortunately, most of this is revolving around a 16-year-old girl who has the guy we're defending, who's 21 years old. He has a crush on her and wants to marry her. But then also, a ventriloquist puppet controlled by a 31-year-old man is also in love with her and wants to marry her. So, that's the weird shit going on. But, unfortunately, well, let's just get on with it, you know? There he is. This is our extremely not cishet man, but unfortunately is, like, in love with a 16-year-old girl. Like, how can you look so cool and have literally the best design in the game and then do that? You know? I'm happy I found a good magic mod. Haven't messed with it too much yet, though. Tell me what you find out about it. Tell me what you discover. I would be interested to see. Talk about it in, like, our server. I think there's, like, a game chat. Feel free to just, like, talk about the Minecraft server in there. Or invite other people from here, like, through that server. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk? 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 Milk. Milk? I'm gonna take a sip of my milk. Moik. Good job, Echo. Good job, Echo. Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Oh no. You have to make this the best design in the game. Very obviously not a cishet man. Lover of milk. You know, like me. Literally exactly like me. And he's into a 16-year-old. This just gets worse. Like, this would literally be my favorite character in the entire series. But he wants to marry a child. Fucked up. Anyway, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? I think this is the voice I gave him. I don't remember the voice I gave him. Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie! What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Phoenix, please! Phoenix, no! Phoenix, don't fall for his temptations! I couldn't think of the word. I would say lies, but I don't think he's lying. The defendant is a pink-haired ripoff of David Blaine. Yeah! Oh my goodness, it's Von Karma again. Let's go. And now the case of one... Oh, okay? This is quick. Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So... Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I just realized my volume is probably still up from when I played Genshin. So I'm gonna turn it back down. Whoops! I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage? Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Turning my sound down a little bit. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. So true, Maya. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. Yeah, it's not like it'll bring her dad back who got in on murdering a guy. And then forged evidence and did whatever he could to win and was just incredibly corrupt. But you know, daddy issues can twist a mind. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Ms. Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can. You can earn, detective. Fuck, I can't speak. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. God, that is brutal. Snapped a vertebrae. I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's go. Good luck, sip of chocolate milk before we begin. We are good to continue now. Press! Press everything! Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. What's the matter? Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? So it sounds like there's something we need to present here. Let's check our court record. Picture of the crime scene. Something about the snow. Diamond ring. Oh, sorry, a cheap ring, not diamond. No, definitely not diamond. A monkey. A circus map. Orange juice bottle. Alright, let's continue pressing for now. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. The tiger did it? Oh, sure. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ah! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? The girl boss is girl bossing again? So true. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Interesting. Guess we have to find out what's in the box, huh? This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Ooh, what should I ask about? This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron? Jesus Christ. Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figure they just did it to make the box zip. Well, I think we could all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, Detective. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe with this time. He gave us the facts as you saw them, but there's gotta be more to this. I didn't see anything, but that's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. Phoenix said at this one that he had to check the court record. So what in the court record does he want to... I don't know what to present here. I'm already stuck. Fuck my life. Anyway. Do I present the picture of the crime scene? Does that look like 1.5 inches of snow? I don't know how big an inch really is. Like, I couldn't tell you. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. That does look like a fair bit of snow, so probably accurate. Okay. Then what do I present here? Broken juice bottle found on the cafeteria floor. Map of the Berry Big Circus. This is where he died. 1.5 inches of snow, that's what they call me. Oh god. A monkey who takes care of Acro. A cheap ring. Well, I already don't know what to do here, so yay! Yay! I don't know what to do! I'm gonna press this one because this one gave me more questions to ask. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yeah, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open. I see. Continue. Okay, so they did open the box. Let's find out what's in the box. What was in the box? What was in the box? Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Oh. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Oh, okay, we didn't have to present anything. We just had to ask questions about the box. Okay. There's no snow on the victim. I don't know if that's relevant. I'm not sure it is, but I'll keep that in my back pocket for if it actually does mean something. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet! Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. I don't know why I put that voice on particularly just then for him. I'm such a nice guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Treelo will show up on the stand as well. Oh god. Oh god, he will! Oh god. Gumshoe game moment. Echo, let's be real. Every Gumshoe moment is a Gumshoe gay moment. Let's not lie about this. Let's not try and hide the truth. Gumshoe is a gay moment. Ace Attorney is a gay moment. Let's be real here. Himbo, exactly. Please say your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Treelo Quist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Fuck. Gumshoe is a twink. Not fucking true. He is buff as hell. Let's not do this to him. I'm not allowing this. I'm not allowing this, Snow. Look at this smirk little bastard with his fucking eyebrows and his smirk. You know? Like, what the fuck? Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. Me. The world of the law. Exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Oh, I forget his voice. Treelo, you know better than to insult a judge. I think that's the voice I gave him. I'm not sure. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order? Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Treelo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony. Oh, okay. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed. Alright, he's a twink emotionally. Also untrue. Snow, please. Snow, if you want to say something, you have to say it in this chat. I'm not gonna let Echo play messenger for you. You get it? You get it? If you're gonna say something fucking weird as hell, you say it to my face or to my stream. You don't let anyone speak for you. Get it? You got it, Snow? You get it? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took my magic boy away. You saw Maximilian Galatka heading toward the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed that crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Ms. Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Sorry, sneeze. T-pose. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. Time to get some pressing. I didn't ask Echo to be my messenger, she chose to put me on blast. Okay. Alright then, but I mean, you know what, you deserved it. So yeah. Echo, keep it up. That's the whole point of girl boss. So true. You have to be the boss all the time. If you're a girl boss, you can't let down your guard. You can't let down your girl guard to be a girl boss. You know? The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to killing over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. Oh, Phoenix, you sound like a child. Press. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Maya? Maya, don't turn against me! Come on! You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that's what makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Kelly, is this your American accent? No, it's my ventriloquist puppet accent. It does have some terrible American add-ons, but it's not meant to be American. I try not... Kelly, I missed it. Do it again. Oh, God, don't encourage me. I'll do it in a minute when Trilo comes back. Let's try there's no proof it was Max. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian fuck. Hey! You still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. You love that? Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you love that. Let's continue this one again. And see Ben only saw Max. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? I'm guessing the other person they could have seen was the victim? Or Mo. But I'm gonna guess the victim. That's the victim? That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Fuck you! First try! Ah! Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the right ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Ah! I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so, but I don't know anymore. Hey, Meat Rat in Pompeii! Don't invite me to fucking Apex Legends! I need to put myself on Do Not Disturb on Steam whenever I play this. I always forget to do that. I mean, it's kind of funny to get that invite while I'm playing, though. I forget where I was up to. He was the only one heading that way. I think we did that one. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Let's press this. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose I would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around, I'd say 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time... Meh! Lesbian nerd! Lesbian nerd, can you not send me brown chicken while I'm streaming? Please, I beg of you. Does the little panel come up that it says I've been invited come up on stream, or is it just the sound you hear? I need to know. I'm insanely curious. Just the sound? Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate, you don't get to see my notifications. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone? What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Ooh. Who do we think? Who do we think they were waiting for? It was either the ringmaster or Regina. Would be my two guesses. And they're only one health each, so maybe guessing one and then the other. But I'm gonna guess the 16-year-old they're in love with. Ugh, ew, yeah, present. Ugh. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Wah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! What was that animation? He just fell apart. That makes sense. Oh, what did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? I mean, yes. Yes. That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. Look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Let's go again. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Ooh. Can we see it? You were going to propose? A puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. No, that's exactly why you couldn't propose to her, my guy. You are at least in your 50s. At least. She is 16. You haven't even seen this girl. Why is literally every adult man and puppet, apparently, in love with a 16-year-old girl? I want to throw this case out the window. But unfortunately I can't, because I have to finish it to do the rest of the game. Yay! Exactly. Not exactly. Not exactly. Not exactly. Fuck you, Trilo. Fuck this puppet. Fuck this man. Fuck the judge. Fuck. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Compose yourself. Deep breaths. Continue. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Oh, so true, Phoenix. Based Phoenix. Phoenix, the only man ever. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? Gotta take a drink. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina. Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose to that. Fuck. I wasn't gonna propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow. Those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Franziska's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad, or push on anyway. Gee, I wonder. I think I will take, push on anyway. Let's take that pain. We can take a hit from a whip. We can do it. It's fine. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You're sure to enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Then let's press this. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. Hello, this is much later than I meant, but I am here. Hi, Ellie! Welcome to the stream! How you doing today? It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. I know what I can catch him on. I know what I can catch it on. But we'll wait. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snub kept getting in the way. Uppity snub? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. It took me a second to realize it was Max speaking. Pretty good. I wasn't supposed to work today, but I ended up covering for someone who was sick, only to work part of the shift, so that was fine. Okay. I'm glad you didn't have to work all of the shift. That's always a relief. But covering for someone who's sick is always, like, stressful, because it's so, like, short last minute. You're like, oh, fuck, okay. I have to do this now. It's always a bit of, like, a surprise. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his woodblock in half, and not with magic. What woodblock are you referring to, Max? What woodblock that the ventriloquist has are you referring to? Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? I don't even have to press this. I'm gonna present it. I already know. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah! That's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket? Why then do I have it right here? Ah! What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Eh? Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him! Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Oh? Oh, yeah! Oh, this is a flashback. I was like, the monkey's in the courtroom? Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Quest. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey. Fuck. Money. Monkey money. That was a tongue twister. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this loafy fool called Ben's fault. Why was he fumbling his way through the snow that dumb monkey was able to get away? That is indeed incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. No, I think it's Ben's testimony has a flaw. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Oh. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof something slipped past this ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dogface in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. Ha! I've told you so many times you'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it will change some more. Head hurty, so I'm heading off? Oh, good night, Mare. Love you. I hope your head feels better soon. I hope we can talk sometime soon. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's continue, shall we? I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Glatka at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Hi, Con! How are you today, Con? Welcome to the stream. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him? How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? You're doing well? That's good! That's really good. I'm glad you're doing well. What have you been up to since last stream? Anything fun? Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. I speedrun Chasm, no more chasms ever. I haven't speedrun Chasm yet. I'm doing it very, very slowly but surely. It's an interesting place, but it is so confusing. There are so many chests and things to do everywhere. I have so many pins on the map, it's ridiculous. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. Oh, whoop, he's already done this. I've already said this. Press. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know? 4. F-L-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night? Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. Shut up after I've been waiting there. Press. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes. That sounds about right. It sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the classroom. Classroom? Courtroom. Fuck. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony. He's a lawyer, not a mathematician. Yeah, lawyers can't do math. We know this. That's why they're lawyers. I don't know what that means. What? That was nothing. That was the most nothing thing I've ever said. Let's try this again. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How's it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand. How? That hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. I want to go back to this one. Got a yeet from stream because my internet hates me. Aww. I'll try to have fun, but thank you, Snow. Have a good evening. No, I have to... Let me ask the other question. I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was to review your work, you... Oh, fuck. You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? Pull a tarot card? Oh! This is the first time someone's done that. Alright. Let's do a switch. Let's do a quick switch to no game. Alright, let me get my tarot deck. So, Con. So, the rules of me pulling a tarot card is that I have a tarot deck right here. I like to read tarot sometimes. I'm not the greatest person at it, like, ever. I'm not. I'm really not. But I'm learning, and I thought it would be interesting to put up a channel point goal to help me learn. So I'm just going to shuffle my deck for a little bit, and Con, ask a question. Oh, quack! Thanks for the quack, Ebo. Oh, why is that there? Oh, why is that so big? I will make that smaller. Alright. So, what I want you to do, Con, is tarot is kind of like, it's a spiritual thing. It's to ask questions about your life, how's it going, maybe questions about certain things like relationships or friends or career or something like that. So, feel free to just like ask a question in chat. It can be a general question like, what's my day gonna be like? Or, what's my future gonna be like? If dogs and cats started raining from the sky, would there be more of them flying than there are birds of the sky? That's not really a question that I meant. I gotta say, Con, that's not really the question I meant. It's something like personal to you a lot of the time. So like, is my day going to be good? What is my future like? Am I gonna get a job? Something about like your emotions, like if a friendship isn't going well, or if you want to know if you're compatible with somebody. It's just a ton of different things. So you don't even have to put like the question in chat. You can just think it in your mind if you want to. I can just do a simple like, what's tomorrow gonna be like for you? Or something like that. Am I gonna learn how to draw? Okay, that's a good question. Alright. Is Con going to learn how to draw? Is Con... Oh. I think we've got a card. We've got a card, folks! Popped out to me. Alright. Let me get the book out of what these cards mean. Okay. So, the card you got was the King of Wands. The keywords for the King of Wands are dominant, determined, independent, and honest. So he thrives on excitement and adventure and is a natural-born leader who doesn't bow down to anyone. He often represents a free-spirited individual who will motivate you to pursue your dreams. So I think this is your sign. I think this is your sign. I think you might learn how to draw. Sounds like someone with a lot of determination and a lot of passion and a lot of interest in trying something new and making the deep dive into something you might have previously been nervous about. That would be my interpretation of this card. So you know what? I'm gonna say, are you gonna learn how to draw? I think if you are passionate about it, and if you are really excited to try it, try something new, take the dive in, I think this is your sign to go for it. And that is going to be your tarot card for today. Now let me put my deck back. Thank you! You're the first person who did that. Who pulled a tarot card. That's really cool. I'm really excited to do that. Thank you? That's okay. I'm glad I can help in any way I can, even if it's just by pulling cards from a deck. Because it's fun and I want to know more about it. And I haven't done it in a while, and I need to do more readings. I don't actually know what it did. I thought it'd just show me a little tarot thing. No, it's not. It's me actually, like, practicing my tarot, like, skills and learning cards and stuff. It's actually a way for me to practice my tarot reading myself. Because I have had a deck for about a year, I think. But I haven't done too much with it. But I want to do more, and I thought it would be really interesting to just do little one-card pulls for viewers who use the channel point reward. Also, Echo, thank you for the quack. Thank you so much. That was a nice little break. Let me have a sip of milk. Do you think you'll have a great day tomorrow? I don't know. If you're asking me another question for the deck, 5k is pulling one tarot card. Unfortunately, you can't do another one, Con. But I might do a read. Oh, you're doing your own? Oh, thank you. Shuffles con cards. I love that. Alright. Let's go back to this. That was fun. I'm glad I could do that. Fuck, I didn't mean to open that. I meant to open this. You got the moon. I don't know what it means, but congrats. You can look up the meaning. Feel free to, like, Google it. Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should know better. Ow! Ow! That hurts! That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. I'm sorry, that should have set him straight? Von Karma is whipping him into heterosexuality. It means you won't have a good day tomorrow? Aw, that sucks. Or you will if you think you won't. Okay. The way that I personally interpret tarot cards is that I take what I like. I don't use it as a this is going to happen. I use it like if the moon says you're not going to have a good day tomorrow, I'm going to take that as like a warning. Like, it's constructive. It's for something to me to look ahead to and for something for me to work on. So, like, I know that tomorrow might be difficult for me. So, I need to work on making sure that I look after myself tomorrow and make sure that I can minimize as much negativity I can from my life tomorrow. Sort of thing. It's not a, this is what is going to happen. There is no way for you to change it. Because I think the future can be changed at any point. I think it is there is a great chance of this happening, but I think you can always change your fate. You can always change what the world is going to do to you, or at least change how you react to it, you know? Hell yeah, the future can be changed. Fuck yeah, it can. I don't know who Shulk is, but fuck yeah, it can. Alright, testimony proceedings. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said? I told you already. Jeez, I'm absolutely 100% sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? Shulker box? I don't know what shulker box is. I am maybe stupido. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. You might like the first Xenoblade since that's like the big message of it. Shulk is the guy from Xenoblade. Okay! Xenoblade. I will definitely look into that, Echo. Thank you. Shulker boxes are a Minecraft thing? Okay. I'm into Minecraft, but I've never gone like so far in Minecraft that I know every single thing about Minecraft. I gotta admit. What do I present here? I'll give you that I was waiting for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I feel like this has to be the one, right? Because this was the one that garnered the most conversation. Can I check this? What were the 3 motifs again? It was silk hat, something, white roses. I'm gonna do the motif thing again, because I need to... Alright, what are the 3 symbols again? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Okay. So it is everything he's got, so we can't use the poster. A bottle of pepper. Picture of the crime scene. I rush to the end in every server and give everyone boxes. That's cute! I've never actually managed to get one outside of creative mode. I think you get them from the end. Yeah, I have to say, I've never been to the end. Ever. I asked them what their favorite color is and nobody's answered orange yet. Hey, my mum's favorite color is orange. That probably doesn't matter, but that's definitely my mum's favorite color. Good night, Echo. Thank you so much for coming to stream and hanging out. I hope you have a really good sleep. And blazoned with Max's 3 famous symbols. An orange juice bottle, map of the Berry Big Circus. I tend to avoid the other dimensions most of the time. I just die before getting far. Yeah, me too. A monkey who takes care of Acro. Habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. I don't know what to do here. I'm very stuck. Let's try this one again. You said good evening. And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. So you didn't say good night. Okay. See, that's the thing. And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night, but he said good evening to him. Isn't that a bit strange to you? If you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It's this one. I have to bluff. I have to bluff here with something. But I don't know what I'm supposed to bluff with. What do I... Fuck. What do I bluff with here? I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. How do I bluff this? Do I... I'm gonna try presenting... Nope. The bottle, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna try presenting Ben next? Actually, no. You suggested the bottle, I'll go with the bottle. Oh my goodness! Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal, it was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? But what? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Ah! Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Ooh. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save here before I make any guesses. Who the witness saw last night? He didn't see anyone. He saw the defendant. He saw a different person. Also, good job, Ellie, with the bottle. I forgot to say. Big Pog champ. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? See, all of these could be valid ways to go. I could believe all of these options. Because first of all, he didn't see anyone. Makes sense. He tried to place the guy who beat him up at the crime scene. He just tried to place him there. He saw the defendant. Maybe he did actually see Max. But he ignored other people who were there. He saw a different person. He saw someone dressed up as Max, but he didn't see Max. Which is why... I don't know. I don't know which one to try. I'll try he didn't see anyone. Of course, the witness did not see a soul that night. I see. Who do you think you are to just stop and decide what I saw that night? A fool can only understand a foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. This witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't happen to have proof to back up that statement, would you? Gulp. Alright, it wasn't that one. Okay. If Ben and Trilo really didn't see anyone that night, they wouldn't have testified that they greeted someone that night, would they? What do you mean? I think that Trilo really did say good evening to someone that night. But Trilo and Max, they were in the middle of a huge fight. It was someone else. They saw someone else. Maybe you should think this over some more on your own time, right? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory? He saw a different person. Thank you, Maya, for the good hint. Be right back. Okay, Con. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Hi, Rabbid! Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You... Would the defense kindly explain who it was that Trilo saw that evening, then? Oh, fuck. Who did he actually see? It's one of these three. I don't think it's Regina. I think it's one of these two. And I think... because it was a lodging house, I think it was Mo. I'm going to guess Mo first. This is the person that this witness felt the need to greet that night. Okay, it wasn't that one. Alright, it's not that one. Alright. It has to be the ringmaster then, right? It has to be the ringmaster. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. You haven't even seen her! Stop being a weirdo! Please! No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh. Yeah, I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wah! Ah! I'm guessing that's a yes. Order! Order! How do you respond to this? But wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But, once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Whoops. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember by now. Here we go again. Everyone hold together now. How? Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak? Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. Would they, Phoenix? Would they? I have a bit of a headache, but I'm okay. Aw. I hope your head feels better soon, Rabbid. And I'm alright. I'm getting a bit of sore throat, and depending on how long this one testimony lasts, I might end stream soon, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe soon. I don't know. Because, like, after this is probably going to be an investigation. And investigations can take a hot minute. But, you know, let's see how it goes first, huh? Okay, cool. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Ms. von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... But? Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Another witness? Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Is there going to a 10-minute recess? Is there gonna be another trial today? Yeah, part 2-1. Okay. I'm doing well. I got Macca's. Do people really call it Macca's? Yes. Australians really do call it Macca's. Absolutely. Okay, there's a second part of the trial. Yeah, I'll do this then. I was gonna say, I'll probably end it soon after this trial, but if there's a second part of the trial, then I'll do that. That was a bad noise. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's keep it up with the trial. Might as well. Seems like Von Karma was a huge fan of the song Whip It. Oh yeah, that's all she heard. That was the only song on her study playlist as she was growing up learning to be a prosecutor. Filipinos call it do you call it McDo or McDo? Or McDaw? Like McDonald's or McDo. 'Cause that's pretty cool. Give Von Karma a whip sword? Hey, she's already powerful enough with a whip as is. I don't think she needs a fucking sword on top of that, Con. McDo? Okay. That's pretty cool. It's really funny how people have, like, nicknames. Like, I know Australia isn't the only place that calls it Macca's. I know that New Zealand also calls it Max's. Because, like, we're basically, like, siblings / like, cousin countries. We're very similar in, like, culture and stuff like that. So, sweetie! You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene! So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly! He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? Okay. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, we're back now. That was weird. I heard someone call it McDonald's once. I've heard some of my friends in like a Discord server, we call it McNaldo's. I'm a fan of that. I like McNaldo's. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered! I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility! Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Kelly, your little avatar is the most half confused, half are you seeing this shit expression when they aren't talking. I really do. Like, I'm kind of just like blank face just watching the shit go down. It's so funny when you're silent for like a whole minute and your avatar just sits there staring. That would be funny. I can see that now. If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what I would... Fuck. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. I think you may have chosen the right one. I don't think you would have been cut out for president. I'll say that much. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Right, December 29th, 12:06 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. You know what? I am going to take a quick, one or 2 minute break. So, just to, go to the bathroom, seeing as we're at a little, midpoint between the trials. So, let me just switch it to this. And everybody, while I'm gone, make sure to stand up, stretch. If you're hungry, get a snack. If you're cold, get a blanket. If you're warm, take the blanket off. Hydrate. Go to the bathroom if you need to go to the bathroom. This is your chance. I will be back. Magical president could have made himself disappear. Oh, that would have been so good. A magician president would have had so many corruption things against them. He could have magicked his way into this, you know? I have fries? That's good. I have no fries. But I will be back in a second. Okay. Okay, we are back. I just went to the bathroom and I was a little cold, so I put on my dressing gown, which is covered in cat hair, because my neighbor's cat loves to use my dressing gown to sleep on. But let's continue. Oh, I'm yawning so much though. Must be so... I don't know why I'm so sleepy, but I am. Alright. Think I'm better now. Think I'm good. Let's continue. So much corruption, yeah. Wherever you go, politics is just gonna be fucked these days, and you, as just the general public, you have to kind of just try and weed out all the bullshit and try and figure it out and help the country as best you can as someone who hopefully votes for the right person who doesn't turn out to be shitty and backtrack on their promises. I've been watching in bed and apparently I dozed off. Think that's a sign for me to go to bed? Okay, Ellie. Good night. Have a good sleep. I will talk to you another time. Thank you for dropping by stream and helping me with the bottle. With the bottle part of the case. Let's continue. Where are we? There we are. Phase 2, commence. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Oh, I forget what voice I gave this guy. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. I forgot what name I forget what voice I gave him. Oh no. Oh no, this sucks. Oh. Okay. Name and occupation. I think it was a toad voice. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. I'm actually going to listen to my... Let's go back to my stream and actually listen to the old VOD and see how I spoke as Mo. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. Where's my other... How do I go back to my other VODs? There we go, videos. Alright. Where's Mo? Okay, this is Mo. Alright, let's listen to him for a second. Basketball net. No, that's not Mo. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. That still sounds... That sounds like the puppet, but we can try it. Yeah, we can try it. Let's go for it. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Ow! I'm sorry. Yeah, that works. We can do this voice. We'll just do this one. I don't know if it's any accurate to the old one. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no surface. Ah ha ha! Ah ha! Ah ha! Ah ha! Ah ha! Ah ha! Ah ha! The complete fucking just silence. Can you hear a fucking pin drop? This guy is not cracking anybody up here. Not even the audience. Look at them all. They're all just like, boo! He's gonna get tomatoes thrown at him. How about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How was that one? Ha ha ha. I can already feel this getting annoying and I'm the one saying it. I'm the one making the voice. But a couple of clowns. Oh, fuck. Your name. Lawrence Curls. Professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:50 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walker. Fuck. Without the humor, please. Okay. Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Yeah, poor thing. Instead, he has to pat his own carrot. How sad. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying, and I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing? That was a terrible testimony. That was not about the crime, like, at all. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to you call for help. We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you! I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. How does he know it's gonna be Gumshoe? I mean, it is, but... yeah, poor Gumshoe. Reminds me of how my friend got his nickname. We were at a haunted hayride thing where he was revenge, and there was a sign that said, no shirt, no shoes, no food, no zombie. So since he read it, I started calling him Zombie. That's a cute nickname. I love that. That's an adorable nickname. Zombie. It just rolls off the tongue. Zombie is a good word. Zombie is an underrated word. You know? Big fan of the word zombie. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Then talk you shall, my guy. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Aha! That must be because of my incisive smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would be disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stay away from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Alright, it's time to talk to him, and I guess it's time to be careful. I told him he had to go too, and we all just laughed, even my ex. I am the big dumb with that one. Oh no! Oh, that's awkward, Rabbit. You can't press this guy, I think. Like, you have to press the right thing. Fuck, really? But that's like my entire thing in this game is to press everything. What is press-worthy? I feel like this is the one to press. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right! I've been thinking about it over and over since last night. Fuck. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Ms. Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. Nobody is saying it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Go back on track. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? Save first? Well, whoops, I didn't, but I will save this, I guess. Gave 2 chances, one in high school and one nearly 10 years ago. Never again, though. I learned my lesson before the second chance. I getcha. Oh, I'm sorry, Rabbit. I'll press this, then. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story! He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Gulp, isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Fuck. I could die right fucking now. I'm gonna save again. I'm just gonna save again. Let's just keep it at that. Let's try Of Course I Do. Let's take the risk. I've saved. Let's take the risk. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time. What did you just say? Mr. Wright! I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Wright, before we resume testimony, fuck! Whoops! Can I go back yet? Nope. We just die. Oh well, I think that's it for stream today. No, it's not. I guess we say that of course I don't. Well, see, right now I don't have a clear basis to be thinking that. Then this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness. Thus you have earned yourself a penalty, from me. Now wait a second, Ms. Von Karma. This time I do not feel the need to treat Mr. Wright so harshly. That's right, what he said. Bailed out by the judge, what an honor indeed. At least you saved? Yeah, I did. And when she was like, I'm gonna give you a penalty myself, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, no. If she actually penalized you herself and you got soft locked, yeah. If I had actually done that, I thought that would have been terrible. But I don't think they would have allowed that to happen. I don't think. I hope not. If we must penalize Mr. Wright for his display, I think a verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. Wright. There is no room for baseless hounding in this courtroom. I guess he didn't really bail me out after all. You know, most testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different. Yeah, I noticed. We've just got to pinpoint what's changed. You can do it, Nick. Alright. Let's save here. Shall we? So we don't risk getting soft-locked again. Because that was nearly very stupid of me. Very nearly stupid of me. If I'd had like 1 health yet, I would have been soft-locked and straight fucked. Thank you for pointing that out, Con. I am a fucking idiot sometimes. I drink. I don't remember what Mo said in the investigation, though. So I don't know what to contradict. I'll just press everything first, like... You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 PM, correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 PM? Now, 8 o'clock. That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 PM, alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take this clown out of clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You are so boring. Alright, that was bad. Let's see how this goes. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say? Happens. Aha! 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 Ha! Ha! That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. Fuck! No, load. I have 3 health yet, and I am keeping that 3 health. Maybe this is when I press. Far away, you say. If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they're about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with the testimony regarding the 2 shadows that you saw. Okay. That was a good one to press. But I don't know what to present here. Maybe I'll go back to one of my old stream and actually re-listen to what he told me, because I forget what he told me. Wait, let's present something. I'm gonna present this. Nope, that was not right. Let's present this again then. Nope. Alright. I don't know what to present here. I'll press this to see if anything comes from it. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Ooh, let's try and press. Let's try the press. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Okay, this is what we press. Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. I don't remember him talking about this. Oh, I'm glad I pressed this. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow, ow, ow. That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. Okay. Let's save again. Don't want to lose any of these baby 3 pieces of health I've got left. Let's press this. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Doe? How do you know that I was gonna make a joke? Ha ha ha! I guess that the sound sounded like a... I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like. Honestly. Someone getting hit. Huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... It was the ringmaster who was with Max. I kept watching them and then all of a sudden, Max clonked Ringmaster over the forehead. But you just testified that you heard a thump. So how can you say you saw... How did you hear the thump and then see it happen? I'm gonna try and press this one again. No, this is the same one. I'll say of course I... Maybe this time I say of course I do? I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. Okay, here we go. That was the right option to choose, it was just at the wrong time. We had to get something out of him first. Hell yeah. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crack clown... That was not something I would have been able to read. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? He didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger the court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick! These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Ah yes, that's what people have to do when they talk to me. They have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup. That's exactly what they have to do. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, sorry about that. Well, Ah, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps with my statement. Von Karma? Tampering with witnesses again. So now you were saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. Aha! 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 Mr. Curls! Your Honor? You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And even if I catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Get it? Got it. Oh, don't hold him in contempt. He's just trying to lighten the mood. It's annoying, but he's just trying to be light in the mood. Bless you, thank you, Rabbit. The judge's jog joke was better than anything the clown said. So true. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. I'm sorry? What part of this cloak is black? Well, I know where to present. I know where to present now, but anyway. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Well, I know exactly where to start. I love when there's an obvious thing you can present. It makes me feel so smart when it's so easy. That black cloak. Let's save. I don't want this to be my fuck-up. But I don't think it's my fuck-up. Hell, it's not. Let's go. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. The 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now. I didn't even realize he just said 2 symbols. I didn't even think that was the problem. I thought it was the black cloak that was the problem. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. Oh, God. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off them when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Uh-oh! Presidential alert! The girls are fighting! Purple looks black from afar in low visibility. That is true. Von Karma's fraction joke was better than anything the clown said. Also true. Phoenix, it was snow. Look! No, Phoenix has a point! If Mo saw the person's face, he would have been able to see the other details like the roses. He would have been able to. There's no way. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snubby 3-piece getup? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses! Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. Damn, Judge! We didn't ask for a roasting! I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Fuck. My last chance, right? They showed it in black and white though, so the cloak and hat would appear black and white maybe? I don't think so. They show it in black and white because it's a flashback. They don't show it in black and white because that's actually what the witnesses see. You know? The judge's wine joke was better than anything the clown said. Exactly! Exactly, Con. You're so right. There's no doubt in my mind! There were no white roses that night! However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me that there's a contradiction with Mr. Curls' statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Whew. One chance, huh? There's one chance I think it's time to save. And I think that chance is this. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. If he was wearing it the entire time, why is it now found at the crime scene? I think that's what I'm meant to present here. If it's not, fuck my life, but here we go. Yeah! This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it! That's the hat he was wearing that night! No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Ms. Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it at the crime scene. Sorry, he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No! That's not true!
Order! Order! Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor?
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in this court?
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me. Oh, the man's going insane. And no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Wah!
Sob. Damn. This guy is sensitive as hell. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene? Oh? But how could he have left the scene if... Oh.
What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo, what do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What?
He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is battering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless.
Grr. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Oh, trust me, I know exactly where I'm going with this. I know exactly where. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
I do. And it is the crime photo itself.
Look at this picture.
The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints?
They aren't there.
Ay! So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. You know, this judge should go into comedy, I think. This judge should become the replacement clown, I think.
Wait just a second!
More?
You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine. I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm so tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just
what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Carver and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Oh? Order! I will have order! Franziska von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha!
You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel.
There's another testimony? Fuck my life. Holy shit, okay.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... Sorry, that looked... Ha! This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness.
Oh? What happened? Where did my game go? Okay. No. What? No. Stop it.
Sorry, my computer's doing bullshit. That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right. Why is she right? You believed the other witnesses? Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
Whew, I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna say that honestly, I think he's telling the truth. I think he's actually telling the truth here. Oh god. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he's telling the truth?
That's what I think. Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right.
How? Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all onto my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof of Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly wherever I please, it's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule. The cardinal rule. The only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now? All we can do is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
To be continued. Holy shit, yes, I would like to save my progress. Jesus Christ. No, I don't care. Not right now. No, I didn't mean to load. I think this is our ending point here. Because holy fuck, was that a lot to go through. Goodness gracious me.
Okay. That was really intense. Thank you for streaming. No, thank you, Con. Thank you for coming by, and thank you everyone for the subs, for the channel points, for talking. This was a really good stream. Thank you for the carrot reading. Don't worry about it. Thank you for redeeming those channel points. I'm excited to, like, do that again. Let's see now. What should we do here? Let's go look for a raid, shall we? Let's go look for a raid. Let's see if anyone else is streaming Justice for All right now. And is maybe earlier on in the case. There's another VTuber doing it. But I don't know. Let me check. Have a great one. Thank you so much, Rabid. And thank you for stream. No, thank you. I'm trying to see who to raid, but I can't tell what case they're on. Let's see the first one. Let's see if we can find anyone playing the first case. Let's see if we can do anything else. Do with that from anywhere. Ooh. Oh? Ooh. Okay. Got a few options here. Let's see. All right. I think I've got my person here. I think. Oh, let me check. Let's see if there's any other people. We've got there's a few options we've got here. Okay. I think I got this one. Alright. We've got a raid to do! We've got a raid to send ourselves off on. Let's just get their @ real quick. And raid this person. Alright. So I don't know much about this person, but I'm interested to see... But they're playing the first Ace Attorney game, and I thought it would be interesting to see how they continue to do that, and I thought it would be cool to give them some love and send you off onto maybe a case that you haven't seen. I'm not sure how many people watched me play the first case, but hey, thank you everybody so much for coming to stream. Thank you for the subs and the talking and just hanging out with me and helping me complete this case. We might be at like the halfway point now, I think. I think there's probably like one more trial left to go after this, after the investigation. But yeah. I'm excited. Alright. I will see you all on Thursday. I don't know what I'll be playing then, but I'll see you all then. And then, you know, or I'll see you on Monday with more of this, you know. Whatever stream you come to, I'm excited to see you there. But thank you so much. And give the person we are rating some love. Give them some berry love. Give them some strawberry Zephyr love. Because I know you can. Alright. Oh, fuck, I haven't even gone to the ending stream screen yet. Whoops. Okay. That's good. Alright, now. Goodbye, everybody. Love you all. See you next time. Bye-bye!